go out and average 28-10. So 28 divided by 4 quarters, 7 points a quarter. My goal was
We're coming at you from beautiful New York City as the Knicks prepare to take the home court. Today's game marks the continuation of the Lakers' road schedule.
Let's get a nice clean game, huh?
Tip-off goes to the Lakers. Now here's LeBron. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up. Look at that jam. I mean, just beautiful.
Big time finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim, too, just for good measure.
Yeah, but guys, nothing wrong with a little bit of showboating every now and then.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia.
I mean, the Knicks were bad last year, and it became evident early on. As the season grew older, more and more of their national coverage games were being pulled.
Here's LeBron to the inside, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3. For the Knicks, losing a lot of nationally televised games, too. It seemed like every time they were on, they were losing. It might have been a blessing in disguise.
Well, I hope they look at it in a positive vein. It did give them a chance to focus on player development there in New York. Also allowed them to shut down Melo for the season.
On occasions last year, the Lakers were all right on offense. Other times, they were just stagnant. There was just no motion, nothing going on.
That's a great point, and their ball movement could use some work. A lot of ISOs last season, and it killed a lot of the flow the team had in the half court.
New York moving it around. Anthony kicks to Lopez. Mozgov with the block. To the inside. Kobe, the pass to Young. The feed to LeBron. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Mozgov's shot is off.
You know, for the Lakers, they were okay in the assist department, guys, but they were dead last in the league in secondary assists. That, to me, is indicative of an inefficient offense and also a new stat category.
Really crisp, intelligent. Passing to make that basket possible.
The Lakers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Screen by Young. LeBron dishes to Young. Paul kicks to LeBron. To the paint. It's deflected and stolen by Afflalo. Here's Porzingis. James covering. And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game.
And for the Lakers and that secondary assist stat, that just means they aren't making the extra pass, or it means they are holding on to the ball too long. Either way, it hurts the offense.
Beautiful pick by Anthony.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. And they double him up with LeBron. To the middle. Here's Mozgov. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Anthony's shot is off. Kobe passes to Paul. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And for Kobe Bryant, how difficult was last season? Starting out strong, even though the team, Greg, around him wasn't very good. But then everything, including Bryant, fell to pieces.
And when you're a competitor, the way this guy is a competitor, you can't stand to lose. So you push your body to the limit to avoid that. But what happens at age 36 when you've got the kind of miles that Kobe Bryant has, you know, you just can't go it alone. That's why Kobe lasted only 35 games.
You know, you go back to Kobe Bryant, he pushed himself so hard last season, though his points per game average was up. Field goal percentage was the worst of his career. He just felt he had a better chance to score than anyone else on the team, and it's real hard to argue that he was wrong about that.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Lopez. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Porzingis. Williams, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Jose Calderon. There's Galloway after the basket by the Lakers. Pass to O'Quinn, dishes it to Aflalo. And it's sent back by Bryant. That drops. O'Quinn's got his first basket. 1:02 left here in the opening quarter.
And guys, you know Kobe Bryant, words can't describe what he's meant to his team, really to the league in the game of basketball. You just wonder when he's finally going to say, you know what, I've done all I can do. That's enough. Retirement's been hinted at, but until I see it, knowing how competitive Kobe is, I just won't believe it.
And so here is New York after LeBron's three-pointer that didn't go. They double him with Jenkins. From outside the arc, Mozgov grabs the board. Lakers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. LeBron outside. All alone. No good.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Here's Galloway. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
What a three at the horn as they end the quarter on a high note.
Couldn't agree more. That'll give them a nice little lift, I think, going into the next quarter.
And you talk to Chris Paul, and it's clear he was born to play the point guard position. Vertically challenged, that's classic coming from Chris Paul. But, you know, seriously, Greg, he's taken that challenge and made the most of what he's got. A terrific play.
Really, and you know what? He's actually turned that challenge on his head when he goes right at much bigger players and uses their size against them.
And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Defense paying huge dividends for them through the first.
Excellent hustle, and you know the coach has to be pleased with that effort at the defensive end.
They've got Anthony. Williams is out there with Kevin Seraphin. Then there's Calderon, and it's Galloway in at the point guard position. They're the group New York will start the second one. Louis Amundsen, he's checked in for Williams. There's Galloway. There's the screen. Down low. Amundsen, good. Amundsen's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Knicks.
And no doubt the Lakers had some defensive issues last season. I mean, no true center on that roster. And at times they were just feasted upon on the inside.
The Knicks leading by 3. Calderon dishes to Galloway. That falls. Nice feed this time from Jose Calderon. Galloway has got 6. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. James left side. Ball's knocked loose. Galloway kicks to Anthony. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Nice bucket there. I mean, they are playing really, really smart basketball.
IQ basketball, smartphone basketball, whatever you want to call it. Even though the lead's not that large, they're still in charge right now.
And again, no good by the Lakers. Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers winning their last game against Brooklyn.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponents.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
Lopez, he's checked in for New York. Porzingis comes in for Louis Amundsen. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for New York.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
He took good advantage of that screen. James has got 5 now.
And a lot of teams are looking for coaches that embrace analytics and look at data-driven approaches. Coach Scott is not one of those guys. He's an old-school coach who goes with his own perception.
Here's Porzingis. He had 10 points in the win against Milwaukee.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
And former coach of the year Byron Scott now with the Lakers. And as you said, Greg, he's not an analytics guy. And Clark, I think he's a guy that the eye test for him is huge.
Yeah, he feels a lot. Terrific communicator and storyteller. Great experience as a player and as a champion. And I think that all is evident in his coaching style.
Now here's LeBron following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
So it's the Lakers now, following the score by New York. The drive by James, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
Now here's Anthony. Calderon has the open look. They grab their own miss. Now James, picked by Mozgov. Down low, just 3 on the clock. He lays it in.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to... free up their outside shooting.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been